Hello family, our anime begins with Nami Momose, a woman who works as an office clerk every day, getting ready to go to work because today is Ami's first day at the new office. When Nami arrives at work, she is greeted by her superior, a woman named Hanako Koinagi, who then shows her around the new office to familiarize herself with the working environment. While strolling down the corridor heading to their section, Nami and Hanako happen to run across two men, Hirotalking Fujii and Taro Kamakura. Surprisingly, Nami and Hirotaka are childhood friends who were classmates until junior high school. Knowing that Hirotaka works in the office, Nami then invites Hirotaka to lunch before departing. Taka, the hero, when asked about the army's interest in visiting summer comic festivals, Nami flinches because she had decided to hide her identity as an otaku freak from her coworkers when they finally eat together. Nami then asks Hirotaka not to reveal her identity as an otaku to Joshi's coworkers because Nami does not want to be considered strange by them. Hirotaka appeared to comprehend the army's desire. Hirotaka is an otaku gamer who spends most of his leisure time playing games. On the other hand, unlike Nami hero, he never hides his actual nature as an otaku gamer and doesn't care what other people think about his habit of playing games. Nami then explains that she wants to conceal her true identity as an otaku because she does not want to be perceived as strange by others, as she was at her previous position. Nami also stated that his ex-boyfriend was an otaku freak and that she believed her ex-boyfriend looked abnormal, so Nami felt horrible about dating him and chose to quit their relationship. The following day, while Ami is having lunch with Hanako, Nami discovers that Hanako is a well-known otaku cosplayer who frequently cosplays as male characters. Hanako enjoys playing video games, reading boys love manga, and hanging out with Joshi. Namek, a Nami hero who was smoking cigarettes, received a message from Nami encouraging him to go out drinking after work. Namek and Hirotaka were discovered to be playing the same game, and Namek consistently lost. She then requested that Hirotaka educate her so that she could win the game. I'm on my way home. Nami thanked you, Hirotaka, because it was because of him that she was able to complete the game. Hirotaka then unexpectedly proposes to Nami as his girlfriend. Hirotaka reasoned that if Nami is dating him, she won't have to disguise her otaku status and may continue to pursue her hobbies openly. Hearing this, Nami agreed, and they began dating the following day. Hirotaka informs Kabuki that he is dating Naomi, similarly, who informs Hanako about Nami, who is Hirotaka dating. But it appears that Nami is still shy and awkward around Hirotaka, especially at work. As a result, Nami always avoids him. However, Nami grew accustomed to Hirotaka's presence around her and no longer felt awkward. Hanako takes Nami, Hirotaka, and Kabakov to a bookshop one day when a bespectacled woman proposes that Nami read a cosplay magazine and participate in cosplay with her. Nami seemed to be pondering Hanako's suggestion, despite the fact that, while being an otaku fanatic, she has never tried cosplay because she spends too much time reading boys love manga to the point of not getting enough sleep. Hanako seemed to be dozing off at work. When Kamakura arrived to see Hanako, she grew anxious and awkward in front of Kabaka because Kamakura tried to charm her, despite the fact that they were lovers. One day, the firm for which they work is planning an exhibition event in which an army and hero talk artist will be selling various things from their company, and Hanako will be the cosplayer specifically invited to enliven the event. The next day, Hirotaka invites Nami to his flat, where they drink and play games together. However, Hirotaka also invited Kamakura and Hanako, which irritated Nami because she expected to be alone with Hirotaka while Hirotaka and Nami were alone in the room. Hirotaka unexpectedly kissed Naomi on the lips, putting an end to their misunderstanding. When they exited the room, they noticed Hanako and Kamakura, who appeared to be intimate, and Hanako, who was deep asleep, appeared to be leaning securely on Kabuki, her shoulder, and Kamakura was paying close attention to Hanako. Nami presents a photo of herself and Hirotaka cosplaying as women, complete with fancy wigs and cosmetics. One day, because Hirotaka looks so gorgeous while cosplaying, Hanako then asks her partner to follow in the footsteps of Hirotaki and Kamakura. Hirotaki cannot resist Hanako's request to dress up as a beautiful woman. Nami and Hirotaka want to invite Hanako and Kawa to a drink at the pub in the evening. However, Hanako, who has been drinking excessively, sparks a confrontation with Kabaka. Despite the fact that they are lovers, Hanako and Kabaka frequently clash and dispute over small matters. Hanako questioned whether Kamakura truly loved her or was simply taking advantage of her, but Kabaka assures Hanako that he truly loves and cares for her, despite the fact that they sometimes argue and Hanako is fascinated with cosplay. While eating lunch, Nami notices Hirotaka asleep as a result of his excessive gaming and lack of sleep. Naoya dashed to the local coffee shop to purchase coffee for Hirotaka, where he later met Hirotake, his younger brother, who worked part-time at the coffee shop because they hadn't seen each other in a long time. NAMI and were now engrossed in an engaging chat. However, NAMI was unaware that Kabaka and Hanako were in the coffee shop and noticed NAMI's strong relationship with now Yahoo. Hirotaka was supposed to inform Tobacco of this. Hirotaka then enters and informs them that Najor is his brother. We are now approached by Hirotaka for permission to temporarily remain as a hero at his apartment because it is closer to his campus. NAMI and the others then travel to Hirotaka's apartment after work, when it is revealed that NAMI and his older brother are lovers. I'm moved now because he only wants the best for his brother and is genuinely thrilled when wonderful things happen to Hirotaka. The next day, NAMI appears depressed and gloomy. Kamakura and Hanako were concerned and inquired of Hirotaka whether they were fighting, but when Hirotaka and the others tried to ask NAMI what had happened to make her look so downcast, she said they were okay. NAMI then informed them that her favorite character in the manga had been slain in the last chapter. When Kamakura and Hanako heard this, they couldn't help but laugh, because NAMI was still extremely ignorant. As Christmas approaches, Hanukkah and NAMI appear to be discussing their plans with their respective spouses on Christmas Eve, when an army and Hiro decide to go for a walk to enjoy the ambience. While Hanukkah and Kamakura decide to eat dinner at a fine restaurant one day, Akira and Hirotaka are drinking with their juniors at work, where they are both attempting to keep their wrath in check. Particularly Kamakura, because their subordinates openly discuss Hanako and NAMI. Furthermore, they appear to be drawn to the beauty of Hanukkah's body. The scene then shifts to Hirotaka enjoying lunch with NAMI in the business cafeteria, where it is violently raining and there is a high wind. Then, unexpectedly, thunderclaps rang forth. Hirotaka, who had a negative lightning incident in the past when lightning struck the electronic equipment in his house while he was playing a game, was unable to play for a long time, but it is not the true reason. Hirotaka still dislikes the sound of thunder and feels awful whenever there is lightning when it rains. However, Naomi's presence at his side was able to soothe him down because the army had come to him when they were tiny in the past. Hirotaka then proposes to NAMI on a date by taking her to an amusement park. However, Ithaca established a rule that they may not discuss anything related to otaku, such as anime, games, manga, and so on, consented. But their date apparently went wrong when they mistakenly switched partners with Hanako and Kamakura, who were also on a date at the amusement park. Hanako purposefully followed NAMI and Hirotaka on their date because she wanted to see the otaku couple dating like any other couple who fell in love before their date ended. Hirotaka and NAMI got into a fight, but then Hirotaka grabbed NAMI and hugged her fiercely, as if Hirotaka was actually in love with NAMI and didn't want to be parted from her. The scene then shifts to Naga, who is working part-time at a coffee shop when he meets someone who appears to be so preoccupied with gaming that she doesn't notice his presence, who is silently watching her from behind. When I tried to greet her, she appeared anxious and ran out of the cafe till she dropped her exam paper with the name Scraggy on it. Yang believes Sakurai is a young guy who enjoys games as much as his brother, based on her hairdo, height, and current appearance. However, Sakurai is a female who attends the same college as him. When I visited Sakurajima on his campus, he approached the girl and handed back her exam papers. Now I invite Sakurai to be his buddy, and because Scraggy is a genuine gamer, she believes he now wants to be friends with her in the game, even though he now wants to be friends with her in real life as well. Sakurai does not normally socialize, which is why she is often nervous while speaking to others and cannot look them in the eyes. Sakurai, on the other hand, has become more friendly since meeting Naoya, who has a warm and cheery demeanor and regularly spends time with her now playing games. Even if you can't play games anymore and frequently lose one day, he is now engaged in a game with NAMI, Hanako, and Kamakura. You're almost out of their reach now. Sakaguchi did not assist him. That's why we frequently ask Sakurai to teach him how to play games and assist him in leveling up his character and game. Nami plans to pay a visit to Hirotaka at his home one day and is astonished to find him asleep due to excessive gaming and neglect of food and sleeping time. Nami then prepared a meal for Hirotaka and cared for him while he was ill. Meanwhile, Sakharov, concerned because Najar had not played games with her in several days, went to the cafe where he now worked and told her that his brother had lately used his computer to play games, so he couldn't access games to play with Sakagawa. It now appears to be delighted because Sakurajima appears to be concerned about him. Returning to Nami and Hirotaka, who decided to go on a walk around Hirotaka's house, where they were on vacation. As a result, Hirotaka spent his free time playing video games, but with the presence of Naaya, who lives with him, Hirotaka becomes a little more helpful because he now constantly does housework, such as cleaning and cooking. Nami immediately remembered something while Hirotaka and Nami were seated on a park bench. She desired to see her favorite anime show, Life, so Nami dashed away, telling Hirotaka to follow her. However, because Hirotaka has not recovered, he requests that Nami depart first and leave him. The elderly Naomi may abandon Hirotaka for her beloved anime. What? The current Nami is unique. She then returns and waits for Hirotaka to accompany her. This is how our anime ends. Leave us a comment on how you found this anime recap. See you in the next video.